not at all.
Had I said to you, now, Duncan, I'd like you to go and do £4,000 worth of work, but the thing is, you should be aware, hang on a minute, wait a second, I've got the bailiffs on the phone for £20,000. Would you have sat down and spent that much time doing the work if you were aware that he was that much, at that time, of a financial risk?
No.
Of course not. Happily or unhappily, you ended up with a legacy, am I right?
That's right, yes. At the time, I'd like to add, the person that was looking after my books, as far as I knew, they were saying that it was a misunderstanding and it was all going to be sorted out anyway.
Can't go into that. Let me tell you, sir, Ken Dodd said exactly the same thing. He ended up in court.
Yes.
Right? When it comes to tax and VAT, even where it's your accountant, it's up to you to check and sign. And these are people, trust me, they're worse than my mother-in-law. You do not want to mess with them. Now, your grandfather passed and left you a legacy. That would have been very important for your creative work, but it went entirely to pay the tax.
No, it wasn't really a legacy as such. My grandmother, who was left with a property that she couldn't cope with, downsized and then helped me out subsequently from that.
Thank goodness. Now, had you not had this tax liability, it would have gone to your creative work. I do believe you've been let down, no doubt about it, and I don't believe you've been bad. Do you see? Mm-hmm. There's a big difference. Let's just fast forward to what you ultimately did, because there was a £4,000 debt. And then you're right, on December the 21st, you gave him £500. Now, after that, it became extraordinary, because on the 21st of March and thereafter, you were getting dribs and drabs, correct?
Yes.
Now, we're not talking about dribs, we're talking about real drabs.
Absolutely.
So, on the 21st of March 2016, how much did you get?
I think it was £10.
How much?
£10.
£10?
Yes.
And then on the... Well, let's have a look. There were bits and pieces. September the 16th, 2016, how much did you get?
£20.
So if I can add, if I had £20 in my account, I gave Duncan half. Every single time when I had some money in my account, I gave him, basically had enough for me to be able to at least, you know, put some food in my stomach, and then shared half of what I had with Duncan, because that's literally all I had.
Well, one of the things that Duncan complains about is that if anybody were to look into your social media account, you present with a rather different picture, is that correct?
Yes.
In what sense?
Well, I noticed on social media that he'd been on holiday to Greece with his girlfriend.
Which she completely... Sorry.
And basically they were on her boat, and they were having a whale of a time, and he was paragliding. I looked at his website, and I'd been totally... I received a complete makeover and looked fantastic, and he seemed to be moving on very, very well.
Well, Ian's giving you jibs and jabs. £10, £20?
Yes.
Costs more than £10 to go paragliding off a yacht in Greece, doesn't it, sir?
No, it's not exactly like that. The holiday we went on was completely funded by my new girlfriend at the time.
I can't get to the bottom of it. I don't care. Safe to say that I don't believe for a second that you were filling your face with half a sandwich and giving him the other half. You had a little bit to go to Greece.
I personally didn't have anything. To go paragliding, I certainly didn't go paragliding off the back of a yacht in Greece, but to go paragliding is literally just round the corner from my home, so it's a walk and then...
Then a jump off a mountain.
And then, well, it's not really a jump off a mountain, it's just spending a day in the sunshine or...
No, it's jumping off a mountain. Don't say, oh, what did you do? I spent the day in the sunshine. Oh, and what else did you do? Well, then I had a drink. Yes. Then what else did you do? Well, then I walked my dog, and then I discussed things about the weather with Michelle and thought perhaps she could use some new glasses. Anything else? Oh, yes, I jumped off a mountain. Duncan, Ian, I'm going to give a ruling now. Can I say before I do, thank you both for coming. You're both thoroughly decent men, both thoroughly talented people. But this is exactly the type of case that I see far too often. When you are a real-deal artist, you've got to have real-deal contracts, because if you don't, you end up in a mess. And I have to say, Duncan, you were very nearly, in this case, in an unrecoverable mess, because you had no written contract with Ian. And so it struck me at the start of these proceedings that there was no confidence about when you were going to be paid and or by whom. In the circumstances, I was very nearly about to dismiss this case until Ian effectively accepted that A, he owed the money, and B, he paid you back in dribs and drabs. Now, he's already paid you, as I understand it, back so far, £835. Seems to me, therefore, that you're entitled to the entire rest of the sum that you're after, which is £3,165. This court awards you £3,165 by a very narrow margin. That's the order of this court, £3,165. And thank you to both of you for how you've very helpfully prepared your case.
Thank you, Judge Rinder.
Duncan won his case and was awarded the full amount of his claim.
Follow me out.
Let's find out how both parties felt about their day in court.
There were one or two details about Ian's circumstances that I didn't know the full details about. He went through difficulties, but obviously I've gone through my own sets of difficulties as a result of this.
Obviously, Duncan completely deserves to be paid for his work, which I've tried to do at my best of my abilities.
You know, I'm really proud of the project that we did together, and, you know, and it won the awards it did because of the quality and the time and effort that we both put into it. I'm going to go out there and make more stuff, but this time I'm going to have that contract right up front from day one. Just try and make more films, because it's all I know how to do. I've been doing it. It's what I'm passionate about. I've been doing it all my life. So I just want to shake your hand now and, you know, we can both move on. But I've learnt lessons from this, and it's going to be contracts up front from now on.
For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.